Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. The ALGO posting this, Treasury and the IRS are announcing that businesses particularly do not have to report certain transactions involving digital assets until regulations are issued. So in terms of us plebe retail investors, yes, we do have to report our cryptocurrency transactions and our trades. But guys, this coming directly from the IRS website, irs.gov. I will link this in the description if you guys want to read more. Businesses, though, sounds as though they are exempt, at least until regulations have been fully hammered out. I mean, this emits a bit of tired sentiment, I think, in the space. Bitcoin is right now trading at about 43,100. We did see a new localized low of about 38,500 per BTC. And some are now wondering, is this going to go even lower? And will this bring, I think it will definitely bring altcoins down with it even lower. If Bitcoin does go below 38,500, we did already see that recently. If I bring up the total to market cap here, we did see that altcoins did go back down to about 700 billion with that recent Bitcoin decline. And now they're back up to about 765 billion. So altcoins are going to be affected by this market. I wanted to say thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. I am planning a live Q&A session. I know some of you guys have been following my most recent trades. You can find all that information at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I'm keeping it relatively affordable, guys, $5 a month only, because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm posting my trades on the days that they occur. I just got into another position late last week, and I'm going to be giving you guys updates on my portfolio. Most importantly, though, trading targets. So that is coming very soon. Patreon.com/workingmoneychannel for those who are interested. We got to maximize profits this bull run, and I feel like me personally, I did not take out enough profits in 2021. And if you guys are feeling the same way, well, you can see this time it's going to be different. My strategy is changing up. So anyway, here's the crypto market. The total to market cap sitting at about 765 billion as of the time of this recording. We got the IRS, not really cracking down right now, at least not on businesses. Retail, it's going to look a little different. And the passive income now coming from the AMMs, I think that'll probably factor into to how retail will have to do their taxes, at least in the United States. This one courtesy of Michael Branch. XRP holders can now earn passive income from AMM. Okay, finally, this has now come to pass. The XLS 30 Amendment is looking to introduce an automated market maker to the XRP Ledger. That's finally passed, guys, giving XRP holders an opportunity to earn passive income. Vet, a prominent XRP community figure and operator of a DUNL validator of the same name, first called attention to the pivotal development in a post on X. He expressed excitement over the imminent arrival of the automated market makers. And so data from the XRPL Explorer XRP scan reveals that the amendment has received an 85.71 consensus as of press time, having attracted yes votes from 30 out of 35 DUNL validators. So looks like that has now been approved. It bears mentioning that the XRP Ledger mandates each amendment introduced into the ecosystem, and it does need to receive at least 80% of validator consensus for 2 weeks before implementation. So it's looking as though this is a go-ahead, guys. The AMM amendment is in fact, or has in fact passed. After attaining the consensus threshold, the XLS 30 amendment will be implemented on the mainnet on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, 2 weeks from now. So this is the latest update here. Wanted to thank Michael for posting that, and Bob Rass also giving us some more information about cross-chain functionality on Corium with regards to the XRP Ledger 2. So this also just came out. Corium's XRPL cross-chain bridge functionality is also about to go live soon, allowing all assets issued on either chain to flow between them. This will not only unlock a lot of potential for the XRP Ledger assets to benefit from the smart token technology on Corium, but also allow those assets to participate in the pools. I think Pulsera and Whelp DeFi Hub should create a grant IU for this bridge and then open up new pools such as XRP to Corium, XRP to USDC, Solo to Corium, Solo to USDC, and Solo to XRP to allow users to benefit from the AMM pool rewards on Corium's network. So Tony Edwards giving the thumbs up. Some other people too in the XRP community getting really excited about these new amendments and new possibilities for XRP holders. So just some of the latest news there. Wanted to thank Bob Rass also just for letting us know what is going on with Corium, because we have not heard much of a Corium update as of late. But anyway, wanted to thank him too for posting that. Guys, I saw this too from Matthew Liny. DZ Bank and Metaco are now collaborating. So Germany's DZ Bank is preparing crypto solutions for cooperative banks, And so is it really of any surprise that they're using Mataco? Today, a DZ Bank board member, he told Bloomberg that the bank will start to pilot a retail cryptocurrency trade offering this year. The aim is to make it available to its 737 community banks for which it provides services. Based on assets, DZ Bank ranks as the second largest bank in Germany. And for those of you guys who did not know, on top of the Mataco connection, back in November of last year, DZ Bank did partner with Ripple to launch blockchain custody services. So on top of which, we're already seeing another connection there. Of course, because they're partnered with Ripple, it only makes sense that they would now use Mataco. The offering will enable the community bank's clients to access a range of cryptocurrencies, but will not include advice. While each cooperative bank would choose whether or not to adopt the crypto offering, combined, they represent 30 million retail clients. And then just down here, DZ Bank did partner with Swiss custody tech firm Mataco for digital asset custody. So I don't know if this was actually before the Ripple purchase, the Ripple acquisition. It sounds like it was, though. Bloomberg did report that DZ Bank was expected to work with DWP Bank for the retail crypto offering, but is not. DZ Bank's Bankreda didn't disclose the identity of the crypto trading partner. Meanwhile, DWP Bank launched a white label crypto trading solution back in March of 2023. So some interesting connections here, guys, with DZ Bank, their former Ripple connection, and now the integration of Mataco there for institutional grade crypto solutions. I'm interested to hear more about this as time goes on. So wanted to thank Matt just for posting that. Another important Ripple partner, guys, this one has to do with FOMOPay, this one courtesy of Chad Steingraber. Ripple partner company FOMOPay did recently announce a connection between Asia and Africa with another company, guys, called Clasha. So for those of you guys who do not remember, back in July of 2022, FOMOPay did begin to utilize Ripple's on-demand liquidity software for crypto-enabled treasury management. At that time, they were stating by leveraging ODL for treasury payments, FOMOPay is now able to get 24/7 all year-round access to liquidity for Euro and USD, thereby enabling same-day settlement globally. ODL for treasury payments makes it easy for PSPs and FOMOPay to improve internal business cash flows, thereby allowing them to reduce business costs and improve operations. Well, now we're seeing the collaboration between Asia and Africa with Clasha. We are excited about our new partnership. This is a quote. Here they're saying in the last 20 years, there's been a notable transformation in Africa's trade relationship with Asia, taking on a central role as the predominant trading ally. Recent studies reveal that Asia accounts for over 40% of Africa's exports and imports, therefore facilitating cross-border transactions between the two regions has become increasingly vital. So, with more business obviously happening between these two regions of the world, clearly they need a solution that's going to work for both of them. Recognizing this need, the new partnership between Clasha, I want to keep saying Clasha, but it's Clasha and FOMOPay, aims to provide a platform that enhances cross-border payment capabilities for merchants and businesses across Africa and Asia. So some of the key highlights include easy online collections and payments. So with this partnership, FOMOPay will enhance collections for its corporate clients through Clasha's platform, empowering businesses to receive payments in local African currencies and money methods while they get payouts in their preferred currencies. And then also just the market expansion there. Asian businesses can unlock opportunities to expand into new markets in Africa and broaden their customer base with Clasha and FOMOPay's joint efforts in facilitating cross-border payments. And so they did make a joint statement, obviously both excited about the new partnership and what it's going to unlock for African and Asian merchants. And then down here, Zach Yang, co-founder of FOMOPay. In this era of globalization, the synergy between FOMOPay and Clasha marks a significant milestone in increasing financial connectivity between Africa and Asia. So some great news here, guys. More Ripple-enabled partners getting new customers online and forging new partnerships that is just going to grow the XRP ecosystem, ultimately providing more demand for the cryptocurrency that you and I hold, namely XRP. So that's some great news there. Wanted to thank Chad just for posting that. So Asia and Africa working together, obviously, their partnerships have strengthened over the last several years or decades, I guess I should say. In other parts in the world, we're seeing the same kind of thing too. Everywhere really. Saudi Arabia has been toying with joining the BRICS nations, and apparently there was a rumor that they had officially joined. This was reported by Reuters, yesterday, February the 1st. Saudi Arabia has not yet, in fact, joined the BRICS nations, but they are still I'm sure it's in the wings and still considering the invitation, apparently, according to this report. There was a source that I guess spilled the beans, but the source here commented that South Africa's foreign minister said on Wednesday the kingdom had joined the grouping. So Saudi Arabia has not yet responded to the invitation, and that is still under consideration. That is at least the official announcement as of now. But guys, if they do join, okay, we got to remember how big the BRICS nations are going to be in terms of global control of resources. The BRICS alliance now controls over 47% of the world's oil, while the U.S. holds only 2.1%. If they demand developing countries to pay in local currencies, the U.S. dollar will be the hardest hit. So we've talked in the past about the BRICS nations now deciding to perhaps use DLT technology. Well, there's already confirmation they're going to be using DLT technology. Perhaps, though, maybe even create their own currency based on gold, commodities. We really don't know yet. But there's also that option to use fiat currencies, their own foreign fiat currencies. And whether the corridor is exotic or not, it doesn't really matter because they can leverage the XRP Ledger or XRP or something similar to facilitate these types of transactions. But you got to think, okay, when the resource supply is heavy, not favoring the United States, how is this going to affect the US dollar? So this story particularly talks about oil. Watcher Guru did post this on his blog. So BRICS holds 40% of global oil after Saudi Arabia's inclusion. But again, we still don't know. It's still in the wings whether Saudi Arabia is going to join or not. But here, if they do, the BRICS alliance now controls 40%, while the U.S. holds only 2.1%. If they demand developing countries to pay in local currencies, the U.S. dollar will be hardest hit. So here's the breakup of how much oil each BRICS country now holds. Saudi Arabia, 17%, Russia at 12%, Iran, 9.5%. A key player here, guys. Let's not forget about Iran. I'm going to get to some more connections in a second. The UAE at 5.9%, China at 1.5%, Brazil at 1%, India at 0.3%, and so that total equates to about 47%. Now, Iran, part of the BRICS nations, along with Saudi Arabia, and very, very oil heavy, of course. We know the world has been in conflict over oil for how many ever years, as long as oil has been needed for motors and whatever else, for, all kinds of things, of course. This brings me back to something that recently occurred in the news, which has to do with the Great Reset and the proposed cyber pandemic that Klaus Schwab was warning us about since the summer of 2020, in amidst the beer flu pandemic that we were currently going through at that time. I wanted to remind you guys what he said back then, and then I wanted to bring your attention to some new news that has just come down the pike as of late. Listen to this. Anyway, Dawdler for XRP sent me this, which I thought was very interesting and slightly disconcerting. This from XRP Flanders on Twitter. They coming for our crypto, WTF are these lunatics up to now? Okay, let me play you this clip, guys. This back from July 2020, and this is Klaus Schwab, founder of the World Economic Forum. Listen to what he has to say.
But still, pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
All right, so there's that clip, which I'm sure many of you guys have already heard, whether on this channel or some other channel. That doesn't matter. The point is, Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, has been warning us about this since July 2020. At least that's when this was initially released. Okay, so we have that. We've now got the BRICS nations here working together, and we know they control a large quantity, the lion's share of the global reserves for oil. So, we know the Western world is very, very dependent on oil. Could this affect us? Well, guys, I don't know if you caught this news, and I'm going to give you guys a bit of a background here on the Houthi movement. Now, who the heck are these guys, and why are we being told to dislike them? Well, let's talk a little bit about this. The Houthi movement, okay, officially known as Ansar Allah, is a Shia Islamist political and military organization that emerged out of Yemen in the 90s. And they're predominantly made up of these organizations here. But I do believe, too, does it say it here? Under the leadership of Zaidi religious leader, the Houthis emerged as an opposition movement to Yemen president, who they accused of corruption and being backed by Saudi Arabia and the United States. So obviously against the Saudi Arabians and the U.S. But I do believe here, I don't know if I read it here or somewhere else, that they do also have a connection to Iran. Right, it was down here. The Gulf states believed that the Houthis had accepted aid from Iran while Saudi Arabia was aiding their Yemeni rivals. Now, guys, why is this important? Well, we talked a little bit about Iran controlling a large portion of global oil supplies, also part of the BRICS nations. And then we talked about this cyber pandemic. Oh, yeah, it all ties together. Mario Nafal here tweeted this out originally, and Digital Assets Daily retweeting this out. Blackouts? Really? Breaking news. Houthi forces are now threatening internet blackouts for the Middle East. Listen to this.
Yemen's Houthis have threatened to cut the Red Sea underground fiber optic cable if the US and UK launch another attack on Yemeni airports. This is a huge threat, as this cable is the lifeblood of communication pathways connecting Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. The severance of these cables poses a serious threat to geopolitical stability, global financial markets, and cybersecurity. More than 99% of the world's international internet traffic and more than 80% of international telephone communication traffic passes through submarine fiber optic cables.
So this is a stark warning for the Americans and the British. So a stark warning here. The Houthis have issued a stark warning to halt American and British airstrikes or face a severed Red Sea internet cable. These cables are what's responsible for our internet, as you guys heard in this report here. 99% of internet service go through these cables. Cutting the undersea cable could plunge the region into digital darkness. Now, that is talking about that region of the world. But guys, did you see the map there? Let me see if I can bring it back here to the map of the world. All of our internet cables are apparently undersea here. You can see that from this map. Not only that, Fojack bringing this to our attention, the fact that Howard Moon has been predicting this since 2022, an underwater sea cable. Now also reiterating the same point here. So what could happen to our sea cables? This one from XRP VRA. Yemen, the world internet. This clip from Charlie Ward's show. Listen to this.
The clock is changing. It's shifting. And it's very interesting to hear what the media says and what the world says over against what's actually happening. I loved what Yemen did the other day. Said, if you carry on bombing us, they bombed 12 locations in Yemen, we're going to cut the internet cables that are in our waters. Nobody's ever done that to America. They can't sanction America because they don't buy anything from Yemen. But I tell you what, if they cut the internet, that's the world's internet gone. And you can bet if they cut it, they won't just do it nicely, they'll blow it to pieces. So the internet is gone. And then, oh dear, 10 days of darkness, then we got to wait for Starlink to kick up. Now we start to see how the internet could go down very easily. And nobody ever thought, least of all me, that it would be Yemen that brought the world to its knees. Because I tell you what, there's a lot of people in the world, well, all of us in the world, you can't fly anywhere without the internet because it all works on the internet. And everybody who thought the internet was all based on satellite was wrong. It's all on cables, submarine cables, I mean huge cables. And they all seem to run right past Yemen up the Red Sea. This pantomime, whoever was the director of this pantomime, must be rather proud.
So Charlie Ward here calling this a pantomime. For those of you guys who do not know what that is, a dramatic entertainment originating in Roman mime in which performers express meaning through gestures accompanied by music. Insinuating that this, in fact, is all being orchestrated, guys. How could it be that the World Economic Forum is right on the nose every single time something like this happens? I mean, do I even have to remind you guys about Event 201? Anyway, the whole point of all this, guys, to usher in a new financial system. We're already seeing it running on DLT technology. A lot of evidence shows, too, that we are going to be running through XRP. If you guys didn't catch the video I did this morning, $30 to $50 trillion already earmarked or at least proposed to be tokenized over the XRP Ledger through Archax. This is just the beginning, guys, of a new financial system, a new financial framework. So I hope all you guys are strapped in, bags packed, and if you're not, you can follow me. I think I'm probably going to get into 1 or 2 more positions before the end of this. We'll see where the market goes. Only $5 a month. But I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.